having a day. My kids were both freaking out in the car, and I got stuck in traffic. And
Understandable.
yeah. Okay, I need
Does anyone know where
water.
the Pluffs are?
The what?
Plague.
Uh,
I need to need them. Laundry is having a day as always.
I have been having less bad days lately. Amazing what the right medication combo can do for you.
I'm gonna try to DM them.
Do
Okay, so it seems like the plague bolt is not alive right now. I'm guessing they slept in a lot.
okay.
So who wants to recap us for where we left off?
We were still fumbling around in the cave, attempting to find the doors things. We discussed some things with the supervisor of the cave who led us to a trap and jumped us with a bunch of other zombies. We all got beat the hell up. And attempted to find the exit to the cave and got beat the hell up once more. After that, I'm not sure. Hello!
Although,
Our asses were kicked many times. That's pretty much the summary of what happened last session.
And that's how we learn to always just be prepared and everything will work out magically according to plan.
Don't think that's how that works. What I do think is I need to change my reactive.
What? No. Sprout's adorable.
Sprout is not here right now.
Wow.
It's Seeker's time.
Wow. I guess I'll just die in a state of eternal, unending depression.
My condolences.
We have one less fox right now. It's so sad.
The fox will come back. You lost a fox, but you gained a Slugcat. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, very, very exciting. You could hear all of the excitement in my voice, I'm sure.
Much excite.
Better be excited. Damn it.
I'm not excited, I'm Alegria.
Well, you're excited now.
Oh,
And don't call me Shirley.
okay. So
Surely
then,
you just...
I just had a moment with words. Alright,
Sorry, we were joking about a movie and messed up your train of thought.
don't worry about it. So, as you end up leaving through the portal in the next room, you find what is a familiar sight to only one of you. For as you emerge from that portal, you walk through a door into what Cash would recognize as the Wolf Kingdom.
Yeah, baby!
And you walk specifically into a very, very crowded tavern, adorned with various symbols, various famous corporate logos all around,
Oh my
and a
god,
lot
it's
of
my favorite bar.
patrons. Well, it's the biggest one.
It's my favorite bar. Bro, baby! We're in Kansas again!
What is this Kansas you speak of?
How did we get here again? My head's still spinning.
It seems we've been teleported again.
Michael does not walk anywhere. She slithers.
Why does this happen so much?
Maria looks a little distraught. You ever feel like we're just pawns in some giant game for higher powered beings?
Snakebolt has been
Oh.
on in a game once. It was chess, though.
Maria just sighs. So, Cash, you said you know this place. Do they at least have something good to drink?
Oh, of course, only the best. I'm gonna walk up to the bar and order a very convoluted cocktail.
A very what?
Convoluted cocktail. You know, the
Uh,
kinds that they put the kinds they put circle round ice in. You know?
They said that'll be 10 gold.
You'll absolutely pay that.
Maria
Minus
walks
10 gold.
Okay.
to the bar. Oh,
Wait, Cash, roll fort save.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Do I succeed?
You feel like your entire body is on fire and being placed into a furnace to be melted down and forged into a sword. But otherwise, you're fine.
Is that good? Is that a good feeling or a bad feeling? I can't tell.
I don't know how Chase would feel about, or Cash. Fuck, why do I keep saying? I don't know how Cash would feel about that. So that's your decision.
Mm, mm,
If that's something that Cash is into, then he feels great about it.
that's but it doesn't. Is a 22 better?
Not better enough.
Damn. It feels uncomfortable. Don't know why. Maybe this drink will help me.
They offer you some complimentary water.
Yes. Take some water,
The
order
snake
some
bolt
food, and then drink the rest of the drink.
Snake Bolt just goes into a corner and kind of coils up there to snooze for a moment.
You're not
Still
sure.
kind of
The cool water makes you feel as if your body has been cooled from the superheating process and is no longer to be hammered into a sword.
Weird.
Maria walks up to the bar. Long Island iced tea, top shelf, please. She slides 5 gold coins over.
The bartender, a large, brutish-looking wolf, nods and manages to mix that faster than you think they should be able to.
Impressive. Everyone else sees him pour like 4 different liquors into a tall glass full of ice and top it off with like a teaspoon of Coca-Cola or whatever the equivalent is.
Wolf-a-cola.
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 Bartender,
A woo.
bartender nods and asks, "So, what are you all in town for?"
That is a good question. Maria takes a long sip of her drink.
Plague Bolt or Snake Bolt would say. The Snake Bolt is here to get new supplies and hopefully new arrows for her gauntlet. Exploring has reduced her amount of supplies to a very sad nothing.
Business or pleasure, though?
Well, possibly business.
The Snake Bolt gives a blank expression as if she's never heard this expression before.
Maria takes another sip. I'm always looking for pleasure, but also doing some business. Maria eyes the bartender to see if they're cute.
You know what? They're a hunk. There you go.
Although
know what?
everyone
Actually,
here is the hunk,
technically,
this is basically California. In the sense that everyone's hot. That's my headcanon, which is now canon.
Oof.
Incredible.
Wolfifornia.
Hang on a second. Well, if you're here for business, then you came to the right place. This happens to be the world center of trade. One of them, anyway. One of the two, rather.
Would there be anyone I recognize here? Is this, big old business bar?
Nope. Everyone seems,
There.
yeah. This place is a bit on the fancy side, if you will.
I'm on the fancy side. Damn it.
This only has the snake bolt coiled up even more to herself, feeling very out of place among the more ritzy sorts.
Seeker's looking similarly disconcerted.
Maria still looks like death warmed over.
Ash looks as unbothered as he usually does. As unemotional as he usually does.
Oh my god.
Bartender would just ask who you working for. You know what? Technically, we could just use this as a bartender. Here we go. I will post this in general.
Oh
That's
boy.
not the correct
boy.
thing. Goddamn fucking clipboard. I think the clipboard is culpophobic. There we go.
Oh my god.
There we go. There we go.
I guess we're looking for work, actually, aren't we?
We had a goal coming here, but
Well,
everything's been topsy-turvy as of recently.
the business is actually looking for a particular acquaintance. Frieza would type in.
Out of character, who are we looking for again?
You're
In
looking
the
for
last
a
session, the party.
particular cheetah.
We're looking for a cheetah. Okay.
Would you relay that to the bartender?
Sure. They know. I guess that we described the cheetah that we're looking for.
You do have pictures. You do have a picture of that.
Oh. I just hand over the picture that the person
Have you
we're
seen this
looking for.
Sorry, what's up?
No.
No, I didn't hear you. What you said?
The picture was slid over to the bartender, excuse me.
You all bounty hunters looking for someone unscrupulous, or is this person above board?
Out of character, this person was above board, right? Was this the person that we? I don't remember who the fuck.
This
who
person is a killer.
The person's the killer, right?
They've done some not so good things, and our client is asking us to track them down.
I'd recommend you go to the Trackers Guild button. They're very good at locating people who don't want to be found. All sorts of information brokers there, if you're willing to pay the right price.
Would you mind sharing the direction to the Trackers Guild? I slide 5 gold over.
Sure. You're adventurers, so I imagine that someone at some point during your graduation gave you one of the tablets that we use, right?
Slowly turns to cash.
Can you repeat what you said?
She's asking if we have a tablet, and I honestly don't know. I don't have one written in my inventory.
Yeah, man.
It was
Would I have a tablet?
Um,
GM?
You have two. one that was given to you by the organization that you've recently come into contact with, and one that you got as an adventurer.
Okay, yeah, then yes, so
Which one would you give?
get
Will?
the adventurer tablet. It seems like the more reasonable one.
I don't think Seeker even legally exists.
They take it into their hands and start punching some information into it, and then suddenly you turn up a map.
Well, thank you, kind sir.
They nod.
Finish up
If you
my bar food.
if you end up enlisting their services, tell them Bram sent you.
Will do.
Well, thank you kindly, Brian.
They nod.
Berea now halfway finished with her drink. So is there a Mrs. Bran?
I
Maria,
need the
you
time to
don't
settle
get a beat.
down.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, you know what room I'm in if you ever need some company.
Well, I will know what room you're in if you're thinking of purchasing one for the night. Maybe a bit longer stay.
We'll probably be in town for at least a couple of days.
They then look around to the rest of the party.
Most likely. Goodness, Maria, you
I
don't skip a beat.
Look, I almost died. If I can't have a little fun with my life, what's the point? Anyway, how much for 3 nights?
Depends how many you stay in.
Believe it is all of us. Unless, well, let's see. I check to see. I presume my tablet tells me how far I am again from home, my house.
You're on the other side of the kingdom.
Damn.
Well, depends
Yeah,
if you're one in separate rooms. Most largest capacity R rooms tend to offer 3.
I prefer to have my own room.
Anyone else want to share a room?
Think Bold will
sure.
settle in with anyone. Home for the night.
I can just sleep in a cupboard or something. Wouldn't be the weirdest place I've fallen asleep in.
Personally, I'll probably
Well,
find a good spot outside.
hopefully, do you have any beds for a large creature?
They nod. Yeah, we've got the extra spacious rooms. You aren't our first
See.
of the larger clientele.
I shall take that one. Since we're back home, I could go ahead and pay, depending, out of character, depending on the price, but I could probably just pay for everyone else's room, depending on what the price is.
Then I'd say between lodgings and free complimentary meals, that'll be 100 gold for the lot of you. Split it how you will.
I feel like since cash is in home country, I feel like he would offer to pay the whole thing. Even though it's gonna hurt May's pocketbook so much, oh my god. But he would offer.
Well,
Steve.
he's not cash until he has run all out of that.
Yep.
Speaker gives you 10 gold to try to help it hurt less. We
It
need
hurts me.
money.
It hurts me. It hurts me. Cash does not care. It hurts me, the player, so bad. But it's an in-character decision. I should say.
Do you want the 10 gold?
I, the player, do. Yes, give me the 10 gold.
Okay. Seeker wants to help pay for his lodging.
So kind.
We need to find a side hustle while we're here.
Like, the snake bolt thinks we also need to be he's selling off some of the stuff we found during our adventures at this point.
That would be good. There are
I am not
more than
selling
plenty.
any of my shit.
There are more than plenty pawn shops and such here.
Well, I could sell maybe one thing, but that's a thing that doesn't really matter.
Afraid the people you're going to buy things off of adventures are a bit deeper into the kingdom. It's a bit of a trek. If you're looking to meet up with the Hunters Association, you should probably get them first. While you're in the enemy. That said, they charge a pretty penny for their services.
This just has, as the snake bolts will make a very faint hissing noise, as if deep in thought.
I can always sell my services as an alchemist anywhere I go.
Typically,
As
this
I'm
part of
glad you
the,
ended that. Sorry, you were
typically
talking.
this part of the kingdom is a bit more dedicated to industry. The kind of sales that go on here are a bit more long-term agreements, not one-off trades with adventurers. But that's just this part of the kingdom.
Well, this sounds like it's at the plague. The snake bolt is going to be. He broke for an extended period. She grunts in frustration. Also, I'm just gonna be honest, out of character. I completely lost track of when we did and don't get gold, so I don't even know how much I'm supposed to have at this moment, so try to ignore me if I'm just being a bit of a putt.
I think we're all kind of lacking in gold as far as I'm aware.
I just
We
know
were
that
given some valuable items, but we haven't ever had a chance to sell them.
yeah.
And we've been given several quests where we were offered gold, but have never had a chance to complete one.
But we completed one that we got 500-ish plus monies for. That I remember. I had 500 something gold. I don't know what happened to y'all.
I also think I have 500 something gold.
I do not.
Yeah,
Did
I
I
have
miss a
529
memo?
gold.
I think you did.
Okay.
I also don't know, like, pretty sure. I don't think we ever got like actual like items in our like inventory, like for all the items that we did get as rewards.
I've got items.
We were
Okay, so I guess somebody
we
got
were-
items.
I was given a pearl necklace, but I was never told what the value of that was.
they were about 250 gold.
I have a bunch of pearls.
I'm gonna put on this hat.
Looking at your money issues, the wolf says, seems like you are probably gonna want to get sponsored by someone with your troubles.
The snake bolt tilts her head. Sponsored? What does this word mean? She hisses curiously.
It's when someone pays you for your services. Usually, either in a sense where you make stuff for them, such as an artist, or you are contracted to speak kindly about their product.
Oh, professional puffery then?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a more
company
pithy way to say it. Sure.
a company will pay you generally to advertise their products.
Yeah, or you can wish to wear an emblem related to the company, and as adventurers, if you're doing a lot of good deeds and you're wearing the logo of a guild or company, then you're going to be giving a good name to them, and yada yada. And that's why they might pay adventurers like that.
We're doing a good deed. We're looking for a wanted killer.
Well, yes, and our clientele here is willing to pay quite the hefty price, even gave us that extra 500 gold to start.
I think I missed the memo in that 500 gold.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Just
So,
gonna add that.
oh then Snake Bolt. I keep fucking this up.
You got this. I believe in
It's
you.
gonna happen. Don't you worry.
So the
Let it happen.
to be sponsored, the Snake Bolt would need to be a walking billboard. She seems to ponder this idea.
Why do you have that look on your face?
I don't know. If someone paid me enough, I'd tattoo their corporate logo on my butt.
The Snake Bolt does not believe friend Maria should do something like that. She thinks that might actually be something a company would not appreciate very much.
Depends on the
right
company. Depends on the debauchery of their business.
The Snake Bolt is not sure she wants to associate with anything that would encourage Shen Maria to run around with her pants.
Oh, you'd be surprised how often people see my butt.
The wolf,
I don't think any of us would.
the bartender looks a bit embarrassed and says, No, listen. Companies who believe in you and want to invest in you will put a special logo on you. Whenever you complete quests, people will be informed that the person completing the quest was doing so with the sponsorship of particular companies, and it's good for brand recognition. People make an association with the person who just saved an entire village and a certain blacksmithing company. To give an example.
Much like artist patronage, as I stated.
Pretty much. Anyone who scans you finds out who's sponsoring you and learns to build that association.
All right, well enough.
Head, seeming to understand.
That said, these marks are usually fairly invisible. Very few companies still require you to do something more noticeable to your body. Most of them actually prefer the other system.
Right.
Sounds good. What kind of companies would be willing to do that, though?
It depends on who's interested in you. So, for instance, there are certain companies who have deals with druids, tend to sponsor druids in their parties very readily. The Phrasman Church also has a number of different sponsorship deals for those who are more invested in hunting undead. Certain companies will work with you if you're willing to help them secure information on subjects they're interested in. It all kind of depends on what you're interested in.
as well as a whole allotment and assortment of sporting companies.
Yeah, you just don't all look like the athletic type, so I felt like not mentioning that.
All right, well enough.
This gets Snakebolt to rumple up her muzzle. She's athletic. She's kind
It's
of
in
just kind of grumbled. Full hisses.
no, as in sports. We don't do sports, and we sure don't look like we do sports either.
Yeah,
Alright,
if I'm
well.
being honest, you don't look like the particularly shady sort of people who do underground deals.
I look shady. Is it because I'm hanging out with them? How can I look shady? That's all he's wearing is overalls and a
Would
skirt.
we even have any success getting sponsored?
Well, seemingly, lots of people are already interested in us. So let's discuss more of this with ourselves and not in somewhere where everyone just heard Maria talk about her ass in public.
All right, can we stop
wouldn't.
doing that?
I wouldn't be too worried about being overheard. This place is incredibly noisy, and as for grabbing a sponsorship, even unscrupulous people have services in demand. It's all a question of what someone's looking for. Unscrupulous sorts typically get hired by corporations looking to make a killing in information.
Riso will just ask, are any of these druid companies, well, run by Fae?
It's very hard to secure information on who exactly runs certain more illustrious companies, but there are a number of allegations of such.
Well, it would be appreciated. I'm not really the kind to make shady dealings, just Fae dealings, she says and laughs.
And Fae dealings are not shady.
Particularly, you just have to be very careful about their contracts and how they're worded.
This gets a very quiet bit of hissing from the snake bold.
But you have any contract?
I mean, that's just going to depend on the Fae that you go to. If you're making a deal with a hag, obviously it's unscrupulous, but if you're making a deal with a pixie, it's going to be different.
This sounds like experience.
There's kind of a reason you found me at that market.
I'm a witch. Making deals with otherworldly creatures is kind of my thing.
Is at this point, like, it really dawns on the Plague World what kind of people she associates with. Quite frankly, it's the exact kind of people her original owner probably would have approved of.
That all said, I couldn't exactly offer you the kind of knowledge on which companies might be Fae-backed, as those kinds of dealings were outlawed a while ago.
Oh, well, that's rather shameful.
There are a number of people who don't feel comfortable with creatures from out of this world getting too influential.
And it's completely and utterly sensible.
On the down low, it's actually said that one of our queens a while back made a deal that was a lot less favorable than she thought at first, and ended up outlawing them afterwards.
Makes complete and utter sense to protect the citizenry of such temptations.
Sounds
Riza,
like royal sour, great.
Riza just lets out a boisterous laugh and says, "It sounds like she shouldn't have been queen at that point."
Well, they say she nearly wasn't after that point.
Let me put it like this. As a ruler of a country, you're constantly making all kinds of strange deals with other kingdoms and stuff like that. So if you can't even handle a fey deal, how are you supposed to run a country where you're bordering others?
A fey deal is much different than making trade negotiations and such. That is much different wheelhouse.
Not really. If you offend the ruler of a country one too many times, they might just stick their military on you.
Well, yes, but our otherworldly creatures can bend reality.
It's
This is
harm
just a
either way.
different ballpark. It's a different ballpark. Anywho,
And also a kingdom that has particularly strong wizards, like if you fuck around with the Fox Kingdom too much, probably could also bend reality. I still don't see the difference.
Like, hell,
depends on how strong our wizards are. Still,
the plague. This snake ball just kind of slowly flicks her tongue, listening to this debate going on.
I don't even know what to say about any of this.
well, is there even anything left to say? I think we figured out everything we need. We need to know to move forward. Otherwise, we should go take a nap. Rest off the stress of everything just happened today.
Certainly, personally, I'm just glad to be somewhere with sunshine again.
Glad to be out of that cave.
Truly, caves are the worst of environments.
No, there's worse environments.
I'd rather be in a cave than a desert.
Caves don't have vultures, they're not all that bad.
Exactly. Fran gets me.
Hmm. Hmm. Would you consider the fact that you could get stuck inside the cave, never get back out? Meanwhile, you can possibly escape the desert.
You can get stuck in anywhere. The thing is, when it comes to caves, you're not going to be stuck in there with the vulture.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: the vulture
Or
could
baked
be a
to death
source
by
of
the hot
food.
sun.
Vultures make bad food.
I heard a story once of someone that got stuck inside a tree in the swamp. Never really saw them get out.
Sounds terrifying.
Ominous. Either way, we would be glad to have you for the night.
Watch as we don't even use these 3 days of staying here. Watch as we immediately get teleported somewhere else.
Wait, I thought you only got 1 day. Are you
We'll do
gonna
one
be
day
paying?
and then we'll.
Yeah.
That's
Pay
the
I mean,
subsequently.
you can order
'Cause we
3
said
days.
3
I was
days.
just
Let's just
that
go
would
with
be
the
the
1
only-
day for now.
At the very least, Maria needs to sleep because she has like 5 health left and she's
Yeah.
out of spells.
Pretty sure we got like healed back up to full when we got
We still need to refill our spell slots. Sleep.
I just meant the 5 health bit. Anyway.
I mean, I personally don't think that you need all of your spell slots.
Nonsense.
I need
Do
my
not-
spell
Do not
slots.
speak such blasphemy here.
I think you could
Personally-
handle a day or 2 without spell slots.
Honestly, I was thinking that we should go to the next part with 0 spells whatsoever. It'll be fun.
No.
Never.
No, it will not
No.
be
Do
fun.
not speak such nonsense.
I want to make with the
Heresy.
funny magic.
Do not speak such nonsense here. Nonsense, I tell you.
What
Well,
if
if you
there's a
wanted-
secret type of funny magic that you only unlock when you go into combat without spell slots?
Oh my fucking god, no! This is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
What's the funny magic that you unlock without the spell slots?
No, it's
Waxy magic.
actually no, it's just called dying.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you want funny magic, have you tried getting playing cards? You can do a lot of funny magic with those.
Well, that's true too.
If we go to a store, I will ask about them.
Going into a battle without spell slots as a wizard is like going into a duel trying to use self-destruct button.
Remember in
True.
3.5 when you didn't even have infinite cantrips?
Well, that's why as a summoner, my eidolon is an electrode.
Oh god.
Anyways, back on topic.
So does the party go
Oh,
up
yeah.
to? Does the party go up
We
to do
take-
an EPs?
We take we take a nap. Take a fat snooze.
Risa goes outside for her EPs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Seeker stays inside for his EVs.
So the question, but of course, the question is there any areas with a lot of soil and stuff like that
No,
nearby?
not in this part of the kingdom. No.
Damn, I guess she'll get on the roof.
Okay.
Does Maria need to invent a sun lamp for you?
No, being outside allows her access to the sun. She just also likes planting her feet in the soil.
I think you should give her a plant pot, so you can
turn
do
the
that
walking
as we
cauldron
go.
into a pot.
Oh, see, there you go. Yeah.
Stand in there, you stick yourself in there, stick you outside. Do you photosynthesize standing up, or do you lay down?
Both work, honestly.
You're some weird horse.
Weird horse.
Okay. So you all wake up, are served breakfast. Your health is totally refreshed. You all have access to a bath. All that jazz. It's the afternoon.
Oh,
What do you
hell
do?
yeah. Taking a bath. Lich slash. Took a bath. Hell yeah. I guess we. Yep, go ahead. You're talking.
I was going to ask, is it high noon?
Yes.
God damn it.
Okay, Risa goes to do sun time.
Well, what do the rest of you do?
Snakefold will join Queen Visa for a moment because she actually drank that potion that makes her like a plant.
You're a plant now. You're a plant snake kobold plague person thing.
Well, see, Risa also committed to, an obeisance with the Rainwing book she got.
I don't know what with the Rainwing.
Obeisance.
I think it's Obeyance.
Obeyance?
Yeah.
Okay.
None of the things that you're saying make any sense.
These
the
are
basic,
words are in the Bible.
They're in the morning prayers, basically.
I see.
Yeah. But in her case, it's around the time the sun has reached its zenith. She is to spend an hour in the sun just resting.
As is the Rainwing way.
I mean, yeah, why do you think she has a pet sloth?
Real.
Correct. Her familiar is a sloth.
I love that you thought I might be joking about that.
No, I see
actually
the
was.
image.
I actually was, and I didn't notice that token there. So that's interesting. That's super interesting.
Which token?
This one.
Oh,
I didn't
sloth.
actually
Oh,
see sloth up there.
that's always been there. What do you mean?
That has not always. The can't have always been there. Remember, my perception of you're ruining my perception of reality.
What, how do you not know about Iris?
I don't even think we've seen them yet.
Well, Iris was out at the market. Iris went away during the whole underground thing because she's not going to have her pet sloth out in dangerous situations. But Iris will absolutely be out during sun time.
My cat
Well, that
screaming.
certainly leads to the snakefold looking at the sloth with confusion at what kind of creature this is.
Well, Risa's snapping, so
I know,
You
she
can
can't
only
exactly hide.
understand what a sloth is when you're taking a nap. It is the appropriate way to study sloths.
I'm surprised Riza isn't getting the cops call on to get like homeless
Like-
removal service.
Like, sleeping the appropriate amount is literally called sloth.
oh my god. But listen, the reason Riza won't get called in for being homeless is because she's a druid, and most people know that druids are just like this.
You know that all druids are homeless. And you can't just arrest all the druids.
Poor Sprout.
Yeah.
Druids are comfy in the wild, thank you very much. It's not
Yeah,
homeless. It's rejecting the softness of
Yeah, that's
civilization.
homeless.
No.
That's homelessness.
Is
No.
it homelessness if your home is the wild?
Exactly. No.
Well,
Yeah.
Riza's home is the
Called
swamp.
being an uncultured barbarian.
Wow.
You're an uncultured barbarian. Go
Risa
out
is-
I
and
have
fucking
so
touch
much
grass.
culture.
I just want to say,
I have so much culture. I drink several types of wine.
debatably, we call a lot of people whose home is the wild homeless. Jokes
The
of poor
wild
taste
home.
aside.
The wild home.
Also, Risa is very cultured. She learns a lot of things from the Fae.
That's not real culture.
Sprout knows the culture of the trees and the animals and the foxes.
No
And don't you
fucking
dare say that foxes have no
Lorax.
culture.
I think it is.
Lorax over here being like, I know the culture of the trees.
To be
the
fair, to be fair, I'm pretty sure it is a real culture. There are some Fae who fish.
Oh my gods.
Did you say Fae who fish, or because I
Yeah,
heard
Fae
Fae
who
who fish?
Fae who fish.
Alright.
That would be real culture.
Oh my fucking god! It took me a moment to figure out what that meant.
Fish fear me, mortals want me.
Ah,
You're welcome.
physical
Wait,
pain.
but Kaya doesn't use a reel to fish.
Well,
I
of
was like,
course
I'm
she
trying to
doesn't.
fig-
She's a fish.
Oh,
don't need to
real
fish.
culture. Oh, that's what.
Oh my god.
God damn it! I didn't even notice that. I was like, okay, so I'm so confused.
I
God
think
damn
my
it!
brain has shielded itself from the pain. Don't explain it to me, please.
Yeah, honestly, it's very shocking that so many of you struggled with that. It was a really simple joke.
What do you mean
the fuck up!
shocking? It was completely suspicious, honestly.
God
I
damn
feel
it!
like
Mm.
I feel like you missed the point where I said it was really simple.
Everything
I did
Illyria
not
says is
Fair.
suspicious.
I did not miss it at all.
It's okay, they are the real ones.
Ah,
Ow.
I'm going to explode. Just gonna detonate. Like a...
Flat. Palo all over the place.
Yeah.
I can't even. Nor can I odds.
Good save, good save. So anyway, what do you all need to do first?
Try to
Presumably-
investigate sponsorship opportunities, I suppose.
Yeah, we go on furry Google and search that
Hurry, Google!
on the tablet.
Do any of us... Do you have a tablet? Do any of us have, like, phones or whatever?
You do.
We did not trust the
phones.
snake bowl with a phone.
They
For
have
the internet function though, you're gonna have to go inside to some place that
I'm
offers that
already.
service. So do
Does
you
this
do you all use the
does this bar
tablet?
not have Wi-Fi? Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you go speak to the bartender?
Do we need to?
You need to get the Wi-Fi password.
But I just had to ask you. I presume they would have it like on the bedside table where it says Wi-Fi passwords this. Like,
No.
Bartender, I need the
pass.
weepies.
So do you go to ask?
I think Maria already did.
Yes, Maria walks up to the bartender. Excuse me, handsome. You wouldn't happen to have the Wi-Fi password, would you?
They give you a series of numbers and special characters. What you looking for?
Oh, you know, this and that.
I take it then you're interested in getting one of those sponsorships.
Perhaps. Out of character. Maria has to be deliberately vague. It's part of her contract with her.
I'm
person.
aware.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, to get to get those obeyance perks, you absolutely have to have like funny stories or whatever else is required. So good luck.
Still need to
Yeah.
go steal shit.
Riza, before going into nap time, probably already set up her lantern to tell the story of that time they got high on mushrooms.
Well, yeah, you have to write that. You have to write that in your secret chat.
Oh, gotcha.
That's where all the things that you do, your character does in secret go.
So I got high and thought I died.
And it has to be
Oh.
good, by the way.
Isn't that just the normal experience of getting high?
You have to put like effort into it. You have to be very entertaining or she'll grow bored.
I will do that when I have energy to do that.
Honestly, I wasn't aware that Ratha was planty enough to be able to grow board. Anyways,
She's primal enough to grow whatever she wants.
fair enough.
So
Har har hardy har har.
anyway, keep in mind that that's as I've said before about the obeyance things, you are gonna have to like write things or do whatever is detailed in your secret chats. And if you don't get the perks for that session. And you don't get the perks until the next day as well. Would anyone say that you are looking to get sponsored? Would anyone confirm that question?
Seeker goes up and says, "How'd you guess?"
You look like you're a bit short on funds to be in this part of town.
Well, you seem like an observant, well-formed person. Would you happen to know of any?
I can do you one better. I
Gonna
can
offer
point
us.
you to the testing ground.
Testing ground?
A number of different companies don't want to be bothered with having to seek out their talent. So they host a series of games, shall we say. It rotates. Depending on your performance during these activities, companies may or may not be interested in your services.
Interesting.
So, a bunch of recruiters will be there. People who will make offers.
Interesting.
There are other benefits, by the way, to sponsorship, in case you're wondering. It's not just about the money. It's also notoriety.
Hmm.
Say that you get caught in a compromising situation. You're totally innocent, but the doing your job looks a bit on the suspicious side. If you're backed by a sufficiently renowned company, people will be less likely to detain you on the spot.
Interesting. Well, that could certainly come in handy.
Nickball is just quietly listening to this still, flicking her tongue and considering the benefits of this.
Do they hold these games every day? Or tasks, rather?
Typically, there's an on-season and an off-season, but you happen to have come during the on-season.
Lucky.
Convenient.
Sounds like that's what we should be doing then.
Indeed.
Nick will still prefer to be able to shop since she's out of her tricks. But it seems like that'll have to wait.
I say we get the money first and then we go shopping.
Oh, I suppose I have an interesting question.
Mm.
Well, the kind of work that you're interested in doing, are you looking for things that are on the books or off the books?
I'm not too particular on either way.
They look
Although I
around.
think some in our party may mind. She looks at Cash.
He can't look at Cash. He's not here to answer for himself. He's taking a bubble bath.
Snake Bolt,
I just love it. He can't answer. I love that he can't answer for himself. That's funny.
Snake Bolt just flicks her tongue a few times, seeming content with what the party is answering for them at the moment.
Well, let me put it this way. I'm not asking you if you're interested in illegal work, though. You know how to hook you up with that. What I'm more interested in, and the more important question in general, are you interested for the kind of work that's more official in the sunlight, or the kind of things that most people don't get to know about? Top secret, classified, things like that.
Either one works, really.
Classified top secret stuff sounds fun. May even find some new alchemical reagents.
Snake Bolt is certainly interested in interesting work.
There is a particular company who's looking to get into a long-term contract with some adventurers who are, well, not too easily squicked out, let's say.
So once again, a term that the Snake Bolt has never heard of, but she just bobs her head in agreement regardless.
Don't all jump at the option at once.
Sounds good to me.
The Snake Bolt has learned not to try to speak for the rest of the party, since it always leads to strange amounts of discord.
I guess I should ask out of character, is this during recess 1 hour nap or after?
Yes, during.
Okay.
Snake Bolt says we're interested. And since no one else is really
They pull out a notepad and start writing down several instructions. They rip the note off and they hand it to you. All right. Follow these instructions to the letter, and you are capable of succeeding. Then I think I know someone who might have a job for you.
I would like to roll insight on the bartender.
Go for it.
Blind roll, go.
Why am I not? Minor technical difficulties. Anyway. They just seem like an ordinary bartender to you.
And the snake bulb will take the instructions and store them in the pocket of her vest for the moment. Then slither off to her currently typical hiding spot to wait for the party to finish any other questioning they might have.
They both wears a vest. Huh.
Snake bulb will also use this time to do her daily crafting, which is just her making a few doses of a certain type of poison.
Maria makes a lot of different stuff.
Okay. So, do you leave the bar?
Yep.
Yes. Presumably.
So the training grounds or proving grounds.
When we all reconvene, Cash is all, his fur is all fluffed up because we tried him dress up with, made himself all fluffy when he dried up. Smells like strawberries because he has like a travel pack of fancy shampoo.
Snake bulb would pull Cash aside to explain the slightly under the table job they might be able to get and show him the instructions they were given.
I leave you alone. 10 minutes. You set us up for crime.
It's not crime. At least the snake bulb thinks it's not crime.
Shaw, laws were meant to be broken. Maria chuckles.
No, they were meant to be followed. Oh boy. What do the instructions say to do a bunch of illicit activities? What do these instructions say?
Which one of you will read them first?
I believe Plague Bolt hands them the cash to the cash could look at them. I believe it's what Plague Bolt did.
Yep. Snake bulb gave him
Alright.
the cash to read.
So I read.
The snake bulb would also add in, and if we did sign up for crime, this is also partly your fault for leaving us unattended.
Ugh, I can't take a bubble bath without you all trying to do. Ugh,
Hey, at least we're trying to
keep
find
this.
work. We need money.
I was trying to myself, but
To
I
be
did not have
fair,
the
I
Wi-Fi
feel like
password
Bubble.
before I entered the shower.
To be fair,
Or down to the bath.
To be fair, on the whole Maslow's hierarchy, I do believe that bubble baths occupy a more important need than food, safety, shelter. Just
Exactly.
saying. Just saying.
Don't you need shelter to have a bubble bath, though?
No. No.
Depends on where
Hub in the
the bubbles are
middle of
coming.
the forest.
Yes, it
But
have you ever
yeah.
had a bubble bath in the middle of a rainstorm? It is serene.
They have a
It does
bubble bath
sound
inside of
serene.
swamp. Swamp bath.
Swamp bath.
Oh, well, yeah, the swamp baths, you just get a Mizutune around.
And
So
just
anyway,
go full Shrek.
Mm,
Alright, note taken, I shall not. I must be beside you all at all times. Ugh. Alright,
all right.
well enough.
So, first task on the list says, oh, by the way, you're with Riza now. All of you are together.
Yeah, presumably we all came together.
Locate half a cup of moss sourced locally. Must be found within 1 mile of the tavern.
Well, Risa is like, wait, there's plant life nearby? And obviously she's on that shit.
Of course, there's plant nearby. Plants everywhere.
No, the Wolf Kingdom actually is pretty sparse in this area as far as plant life.
Sprout would be crying.
And there's still kind of plants everywhere. Just, not as many here.
Okay, is this a survival roll?
Um,
Oh.
you would need to do
Arena
nature
was
first.
Okay.
May I roll as well?
Sure.
I'm gonna hero point that shit.
Oh wait.
It just doesn't like me. 19 it is.
I will also use my hero point.
Who else is doing nature
Me.
attacks?
I can
There we
attempt.
go.
I don't
I'll
think
attempt.
I
Why
have
not?
nature.
It sounds necessary.
I have
Oh
a
my
plus
god, Jesus
2.
Christ.
I have diverse lore, right? I think so. I probably could use my esoteric lore.
Yeah, as long as you have diverse lore.
I should. Let me check to make sure I do.
Yep.
And if you do, that means you get to use it for quite literally everything.
Ash can also roll society.
Oh. Alright, then.
I don't got nature. I don't got
Ow.
society. I don't got shit. I
Ash
got
would know
pipe
that
lore.
there is virtually no plant life growing anywhere in this part of the in this area.
I think I was supposed to have it, but I haven't fixed my character stuff, so don't have it at the moment, so I'll just do normal nature.
Right, because you
Seeker
had it
feels their
before.
storm pendulum shiver in disgust.
Maria looks around. Where are we gonna find? Oh, there we go.
Damn.
There it is. There.
Apparently, the snake plant knows. Wait, if Plague is a poisonous plant snake, does that make her vertate an anaconda?
Probably. That's
another dual monsters joke.
Do with that what you will.
That's looking low. Okay, so did we get it?
The plague
I
bolt,
don't.
the snake bolt, quirks an eyebrow, then looks at Riza, and is there familiar summoned right now?
Yeah.
And then the sloth with a look on her face. Seeming to be pondering something.
You're the only
Um,
plant around.
Can I figure this out if I roll perception? Because I feel like she would know that about her own familiar.
Sure.
Okay. 1 second. There you go.
You do know that about your own familiar.
So as she stares at Plague, she then looks over and is like, "You're not saying that they'd actually count the moss that my sloth grows?"
The plague bolt grins toothily. Or snake bolt. Why not? It's moth. It's moss grown locally.
It does seem.
Nothing says it has to be grown on anything locally. Just grown locally.
That does seem like a very good technicality. I feel like whoever these creatures are would appreciate such ingenuity.
Riza just shrugs and says, "Well, I guess we'll go with it." Unfortunately, leaves me a little disappointed that because I was hoping there would actually be plant life in this part of the kingdom. Remind me never to come back here.
Well, that is just rude.
Maria waits a few seconds. Never come back here.
The snake bolt slithers over to Maria and uses that new long body of hers to coil around them, and then bap them with the tip of her tail.
Maria seems to enjoy this.
Of course she does.
That disturbs the snake bolt. Yeah, she cannot
Wait,
punish.
come back.
Not punish friend Maria because friend Maria is into everything.
Yes, I don't think there's anything she can be punished with. I think she enjoys all of it.
Oh, I'm sure there's something. Her tails twitch. Both of her tails sway playfully.
Nope, there's absolutely nothing.
Riza just says, "Honestly, if you're looking to punish Maria, all you have to do is, well, make it so she's paralyzed, but not make it so she's paralyzed but not tied up, and forced to watch paint dry for 48 hours, and nothing else."
That does sound awful. Don't do
I feel
that to me.
I feel like she would just consider that. What's the word for it? I don't remember the word.
Bondage?
No, the other one.
Anyway, I don't think this is the appropriate place for that. I'm
It
already
is
kind
fine.
of
So we were
skirting the line with this
outside.
character.
Add character. I meant that she was gonna definitely think about it as edging. Anyway, sorry.
What is happening?
Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Okay.
You're trying to move on. Sorry.
Okay. So, who reads the next part of the list?
I'm presuming I'm just like reading all of it, so I could just read it to everyone. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't build suspense.
Seeker. Seeker shoves his head in the way and reads the next part of the list.
I'm perfectly capable of reading the whole list to everyone. Of that.
Seeker
Then
turns and
start reading it.
stares with his giant white eyes and his vulture skull.
Find a potent
Okay.
mind-altering device within half a mile of your current location.
Why the fuck do we need to do that?
I think this is quite this is very suspicious. Quite suspicious indeed.
Risa just asked, is the tavern still within half a mile?
Ah, that's great. Great idea. Quite insightful of you.
It is. Though I wouldn't call a drink a mind-altering device. I understand which part you're going for, but the device part is, you know.
Can I roll a society check for that?
Do we have TVs?
You can roll society for that, if that's what you wish to roll. There are a number of different roles that are appropriate for this, like Arcana or Occultism, but society works, and you have to pick one.
I can roll occultism. I have occultism. I can do something useful.
I
I'm
say,
gonna- Sorry, I rolled
Whee!
before you finished that. I'm gonna...
26.
I was about to say that I feel like a tablet would count as a mind-altering device. Because it's the internet.
If you're switching, to be clear, if you're switching to, where's my brain fucking up? If you're switching what you're rolling, then you would take the previous roll.
Okay, so I got a 14 either way.
Okay.
Do we need to another roll, or are they good with what they did?
Well, no. Each of you would has to roll before the results are announced.
Okay.
I rolled a 26.
I don't have any other relevant skills.
I'll just roll esoteric lore because that's it does all those things. I'm not gonna waste my rerolls on stuff.
Maria is aware that there are several different mind-altering spells, however, is not sure that they qualify as a device. Cash is aware
Do we need to find
that Cash is aware of the effects that TVs have on their viewers. And
yes, that's what I said earlier.
I will
give TV.
I will give Seeker their answer in private.
Oh shit.
You should go find the TV. There's gotta be one shop nearby. You must go to Wolfmart.
Maria thinks for a
snake
moment. What about a large hammer?
The snake bolt question. What is a TV?
A television. It plays shows for you. You know, illusions that so you can watch funny stories that are being broadcasted from far away.
a question for the DM when they're not typing something out to
Go for it. I just
Seeker.
finished.
How prevalent are like electronics and stuff in this world?
Depends on what kingdom you're in.
You recall, Paul, the Plague Bolt was a plushie. So she spent most of her time when not animate, just sitting on her mistress's bed, being a plushie.
In fairness, her mistress would know about any of the latest technological advancements and probably have talked about it. But anyways,
I didn't want to assume, okay?
Does anybody
Specifically
have
the
a
Fox
particularly
Kingdom.
interesting book?
if I remember correctly, the Fox and Wolf kingdoms are fairly modern as far as technology goes.
And the
Obviously,
Dragon Kingdom.
yeah, the Dragon Kingdom, the one on the sea, that one's like technologically advanced, like all the way up in the future. So I wouldn't call them modern, I'd call them futuristic.
Oh, okay.
I just don't remember the state of the Dragonborn and Water Kingdoms.
I think the Water Kingdom is kind of lacking in the technology, if I remember correctly. Or the Swamp
kind of
Kingdom, rather. That's what I meant to say.
It kind of depends. If the seafarers are pretty technologically advanced when it comes to all things astronomy. When it comes to all things astrology, wait, one or the other.
Astronomy is the science
Astronomy.
one.
Okay.
Astrology is the pseudoscience one.
All right, astronomy. My brain is messed up a bit, so there you go. Anyway,
looks
Seeker
through her-
asked a question.
Maria looks through her bag. I have a compendium of potions and salves, my formula book, and a book on basic crafting recipes.
I don't think that would cut it.
I look up on my tablet where the nearest Wolf Mart is.
Wolf
So I can buy a TV. Yeah, so I can buy a TV.
A mile away. A mile away.
A mile away. Dude, it's too far.
You look
The
at anything
nearest.
else?
I have this possessed necklace. If you remember what happened last time I wore it.
Like, the Snakebolt has her dream diary journal, but she's not entirely sure that's a mind-altering book. She does take out said dream
What's a good pun?
journal and decides to point it at Cash to see if it does anything other than just open up a book full of dreams.
Don't point that thing at me, please. Very
I
suspicious.
think it needs to be a book with a cohesive story. No offense.
Unsure if my Rainwing book counts either, because, well, it hasn't exactly caused any mind alterations, just caused me to grow a weird tail.
How do you know it hasn't caused any mind alterations?
Yes, we could all be a figment of your imagination. I was making a joke.
Maria looking through her crafting book. Would an elixir be considered a mind-altering device?
Seeker slaps themselves in the face. The potion of curiosity!
Well, that's the thing. If a bottle of alcohol would not count, then presuming that liquids in bottles do not count as devices. They count as substances.
I thought we were trying to. My brain went from device to object.
Yeah.
Potion
just
of
forgot
curiosity, which Plaguebolt still has.
What's a good pun for target? What's a good funny name for target? As I look at the nearest
Bark-it.
market, yeah, market.
Market's better.
Bark-it.
I look up the nearest market.
No,
nearest market.
Ark
So
with a B.
B-A-R-K-I-T.
Barket.
Barket.
I love that. That's hilarious. I look up for the nearest market, see if that's within half a mile.
The Rainwing book made you grow a tail?
You didn't see that happen while we were at the market.
I think I was distracted. I don't know. Are you sure it didn't cause any mind? Well, it's not really a device. Oh.
Well, if it's caused any mind alterations, I'm simply unaware of them presently.
I don't know, would you count this necklace as a device? I think it technically counts as mind altering because it literally changes you and your mind into whoever that other guy was.
I think I would consider her a device. Yes, that is an object instead of
Well,
a
it's not
substance.
object, it has to be a device.
I look up the definition of device and to see whether this would count.
Are we in a residential neighborhood? Can we just
No.
like steal somebody's TV?
No,
No. We've
A
gone over
thing
this a few
made.
times. People don't live here.
Does the bar have a TV?
I'm pretty sure that you would get in a lot of shit if you tried to steal it from the bar.
Yeah, I don't want to
Thing
steal
made
from
or
the
adapted
bar.
for a
Bar
particular
state-
purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment.
Bar fights have been started over less, is all I'm saying.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, no lie, bar fights have been started over changing the channel.
Much
Like-
less taking the TV and fucking off with it.
Heck, bar fights have been started over changing the music on a fucking jukebox.
Bar fights could be started over what's new, Pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Anyways,
It's
the
not
Salt and Pepper
unusual.
Diner.
Can I roll a crafting check to see if I could craft a mind-altering device?
Oh my
Do you
god.
have a recipe for a mind-altering device?
No, I'd have to invent one.
Whoa.
Do you have inventor's tools?
Do I? I have a lot of tools on me.
Thankful and curious what would happen if she were to wear that weird necklace that friend Seeker used once.
I mean, that's
No,
what
I only have alchemist tools and an alchemist lab.
I don't think that's enough.
What'd you say, Seeker?
I mean, that's what I mentioned a bit before. My necklace. I don't know if this would count. Because it technically could be mind altering since it literally turns you into a different person.
Well, I guess the
Thankful and
question is
curious
if
what who she would turn into.
The list mentions that these are things that you will have to give to someone at the end.
No, I don't really want to give anyone this necklace.
Too bad elixirs don't work.
Okay,
'Cause I have
let's-
elixir comprehension. I'm pretty sure that's mind altering. It lets you understand all languages.
didn't it also say that it had to be that it was potent mind altering?
I would say that's pretty potent.
Can we look through the nearest dumpster to see if somebody threw out an old TV?
The snakefold asks, would the tablet that you have count as something that would be mind altering?
I did think about that, and I carried through the ask, but I don't know whether or not I should give this, because this one is the one that I got for my adventuring purposes, and the other one was given to us by our
It also
new
has your adventuring
patrons.
license and ID registered to it.
What about a large hammer? If you hit somebody over the head hard enough, that would definitely alter their mind.
And that would be pretty potent.
That sound. Snakefold thinks that sounds more like assault and battery.
The list doesn't say that you have to use the device to alter someone's mind. Merely that it must be a device or a powerful mind altering device.
It has to be made to be a mind-altering device, by the way.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
out of ideas.
I suppose we could just look around. We just have to make sure that we're staying within a half-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a library nearby?
Yes, so I could get a book.
Well, you do have tablets.
Yeah,
All I can
look
think about
at
is a book as being the only reasonable option.
A
Oh,
book
yeah,
doesn't
so
really count as a device, though. A device is
I don't
usually
know.
something. A device is typically something that is utilized to make work, some form of work easier. Basically, an advanced form of tool.
And a book could be used to make something easier.
that is
But
very true.
yeah, but that's only because it's giving you knowledge. It's not really. Think in terms of a simple device like a lever or a pulley. Those are simple devices.
I mean, if you think about it, grimoires.
Those are pretty simple. But just to see, as I'm still looking up trying to find nearest market
You
or
see if
any
there's a
pawn
library
shops
nearby?
nearby. Yeah.
Seeker
Yeah,
jumps
look,
on your shoulder.
I'm searching. I'm waiting for it.
Dearest
I'm waiting
Market
for it to
is
load.
a mile away.
Okay.
Seeker, do you use your tablet to find one?
Seeker has a tablet.
Yes, you got one when you signed up to work for a criminal organization. Congratulations.
Okay, Seeker looks up on their tablet.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Let me put that
It's
in my inventory.
It's the iBark 9.
Yeah, you guys really should keep track of the items that you're being given because they're very useful and sometimes they're required for future problems.
That might have been one of those times where it was almost 11 and I was a bit loopy.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I never knew I had one of these until now.
Hallow, stop switching in the middle of session. Loopy
Switching
is not a
what?
good fronter.
I don't have a fucking choice about it.
So anyway, you find that there is actually a library 2 blocks down.
Oh, how beautiful.
To the library.
Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, things that things that these things we are borrowed. We would have to take it from them, and that would be uncouth and illegal.
We'll just drop a gold coin in the deposit box. It'll be
So anyway,
fine.
do you all go to the library?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps we can. Perhaps they have some books they want to get rid of that they can't keep in their inventory anymore. That would be much nicer.
Alright, give me a moment. Anyway, this is, you see a fox-like creature dressed in purple, standing at the reception desk. He stares at you as you enter.
Hello.
Walk up, say hello.
Oh, wow. We rarely get out-of-towners. How's your
Hello.
day going?
Oh, it's going decent and well. We're here for a specific thing. We have to find a device. Dick.
We're
We have to
looking
find
for a
something.
mind-altering
Thing.
device.
Yes, I'm trying to find better way to say it. Do you happen to have something that could do that be willing to part with more permanently? Or possibly permanently?
You know, I actually love that way of referring to a book. A blueprint for changing a person's very mind. It's clever. Do you have a library card?
Ah,
Could I apply for one?
Sure. Processing usually takes a week, though. But I could get you started.
It takes a week to get a library card?
For non-residents, yeah.
Ah. She looks at Cash. Does he count as a resident? He's from this kingdom.
I presume they mean a local resident, not someone from several towns over.
Local resident, indeed. Still, though, you can give me your names and I can start your application.
Fair enough. Cash will give his name. Forgot what the fuck was his full name, but I gave him his last name.
I think before I go through a lengthy process like that, I'd like to take a look around and see what sort of books you have, if you don't mind.
Well, we do insist that you at least start the registration process before too much exploring. It helps us keep track of the people that we have coming through.
Very well.
Riza will just bluntly ask, given that I hope to never come by this part of the Wolf Kingdom again, should I still go through with it?
I mean, yeah, you should always have a library card.
Yeah. Well, certainly. I mean, I have those for the Swamp Kingdom.
Well,
Do all
but
of
you don't
them
have
need
one
one?
for here.
I can just give give myself a registration, unless
You
you need
never
all of
know.
us to do so.
You never know when you're going to be magically transported here and not have a library card.
It is very true.
Riza will just sigh and say, fine, I'll apply, but you better make sure to add a lot more plant life to this if I get teleported here.
I don't think we can control whether or not you're teleported here.
So I guess the small one, what's your name?
I'm assuming you're talking about Seeker, because there's either Seeker or Plague Bolt.
No, Seeker's
Snake
the
Bolt.
small one.
Yeah, they both no longer small.
No
or
longer small. Got it.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a big serpent lady. Yes, I
Big
was
snake
concerned.
type.
medium.
Seeker. That sounded really weird. Sorry.
He types that in, and then the computer seems to make some strange noises. After which she shows them her tablet and a picture of with Seeker's picture.
Seeker stands on tippy toes to see it over the desk.
She shows some of she shows their birth date and the location of residence and a bunch of other things. This wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Seeker blinks a few times. I think so.
Oh. Why didn't you say so? You already have an account here.
I do?
Yes.
How?
Does
how
friend Seeker have an account here already?
what? Thanks.
Frieza just says, "Well, perhaps you get around. Perhaps you get around on the wrong timelines. Who knows?"
She puts a card into a slot on the computer and then pulls it out. Well, here's your library card. Just show it anytime you come here.
Okay, thank you.
As long as one of you has a card, that should be enough for the rest.
Oh, well, that works.
Oh, indeed. Cash will still want to get also get a library card to get the process through. And just in case, you never know.
Quick question, if you don't mind.
Yes. Also, they will do that.
You wouldn't happen to know anyone named Rain, would you?
Thanks. Not familiar, no.
Thanks anyway. Weird.
Why would you be asking?
I've never been here before in my life, and that's the only person I can think of who possibly would have made an account in my stead.
Oh, well, according to the computer, it says that the owner processed your application personally.
Who's the owner?
Don't know. There are a few owners, unfortunately. It just says that an owner did that.
I think I have an idea. Thank you.
Anytime. Have a nice day.
Sure will.
Well, I guess we go find the book now. Let's go pick out a book.
Book time.
We find like an old propaganda book.
Oh my god.
And that's literally literally a potent mind altering device. Ooh, can we find one of those books that it's one of those cringy YouTuber books where they're like the way to be a man.
I'm trying to
This-
find the
Be
Communist
a horrible
Manifesto or
person.
something.
Yeah, so guys how to be a man manifesto.
Oh god.
Scary guns,
Mind mark.
way
Seeker's library card fuses into the tablet when you try to put it away. And I'm being echoed.
Oh, sorry.
And as it does so, the tablet suddenly blinks and there is and it gives you directions. Do you follow them?
I'll follow them.
Eventually, you come to a shelf, and when following the directions as to which book to get, you come across one that is titled The Slugcats Cookbook, a guide on how to clean the dirty underbelly of a kingdom one way or another.
What the actual fuck?
Do they eat trash? Is that it?
No, they clean pipes.
Gotcha. Wow, wow.
A cookbook? Wait, Just Seeker
They
flips
eat-
through it, trying to figure out what the fuck this is about.
They eat
Oh
the trash.
gosh, out of character. I know what this is a reference to, calling it a
Oh, boy.
cookbook.
Oh, oh, this is the anarchist cookbook. God damn it!
I have no idea what you mean, but you're free to extrapolate such conclusions.
You, damn.
I don't know. Some
Dang.
books are just a really good read, is all I'm saying. There are a lot of books that are way cooler than you would ever imagine, and you should just sit down and read them. You might be surprised.
God.
So, does Seeker attempt to check out the book?
Seeker would like to flip through the book first.
Well, several pages in, Seeker finds page called The Ultimate Solution, and it details a particularly powerful stain removing cleaning agent. It gets out odors too.
Right. Cleaning agent.
I don't see how this would be helpful. Unless you're trying to scrub somebody's brain clean, I guess.
That could be useful.
I really don't think it would.
Brainwashing.
I feel like a library would be a funny place to leave a lit lantern, but I don't want to accidentally leave a fire hazard.
On the next page, you find detailed instructions on how to pick almost any lock so that you can get into the most well-guarded, dirty places.
What the fuck?
Just a crime book.
It instructs you that often the least taken care of places have the heaviest levels of securities and locks, and being able to get around that is important to a clean kingdom.
Is Riza able to read along with this stuff?
In what
Yes.
language is this written in?
Common.
Riza will just say, I see. So it looks like for your kind, there's instructions to make even more adoring fans.
Be right back. Stomach.
Adoring fans.
Well, yes, you certainly got on with those other two doors.
So does Seeker attempt to check out the book?
Sure, why not? Let's see where this goes. Apparently there's lock-picking instructions.
As you
Seeker opens the book. Sorry.
As you get to the receptionist, she helps you check out the book and tells you, oh my god, that is one of the most incredible reads I have ever had. I've never looked at a locked door the same since.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh god. Are there any other interesting books around in the library? Can I find something interesting?
There are books on how to run a successful business.
Oh, so many of those, Let's see, go to like the computer sector where they have like the catalog. See which one has like the best reviews. I picked that one. Is there anything interesting in the adult fiction section?
There is a book about a there's a book about a dragonborn archivist who is remarkably clumsy.
What's the genre?
You asked about adult fiction.
Yes, but which genre of fiction?
I'll leave that to the imagination.
Anywho. What we do now, folks? Where we going now? What's on the rest of the
Who
list?
I don't
reads the
know if this
next
would-
part of the list?
I don't know if this would count as a mind-altering device, but I guess we can give it a shot.
Can you check out these 2 books for me? I want to see what I'm curious as to what they have to say. This one over here, I'm always curious to see what the wackadoos and quacks have to say about running a business. To see what scams are being put up in these days.
Okay, so after you check out all 3 books, the next thing that you see I just had a moment. I think we'll do a
Take your
5-minute
time.
break, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
How's everyone day been going?
I've been making caves.
I'm tired. Caves.
You're
Sounds
making
sick as
caves?
fuck.
Yeah, making caves in 3D. Anyways,
Yeah.
Oh, and the 3D map. Yeah, that 3D map, it did not. My computer cannot handle it. Right as the game was happening, I hopped on in. I went to the 3D test, and it's like, oh. The first, like, okay, what's happening next? It's just stuck on the controls section of loading 3D map, and then I clicked around trying to find what your pictures meant, and then it gave me Firefox. This page is slowing Firefox down. It's like, oh, yeah.
okay. Make sure that you set your graphic settings for it to lowest then,
I
and
don't
see.
know how to do it.
Go to the settings tab on your UI.
Okay. Or
It's the
it's-
double gear.
Yeah, double gear, and
And then go to configure settings. And in the list on the left, you should see 3D canvas, and you can set it there to very low.
okay.
And so when a 3D map next loads, let me know if that fixes it, and if not, then I'll see what I can do to try to do more of these like natively built into or like fully in Blender, so that way I can generate a top-down map a little better. Because for the current one, since I'm using a few pre-made assets, I do not have the ability to do a top-down.
Oh, Foundry. Load back up.
I'm gonna brush my teeth, actually. I'll be back.
No, 3D cam control. No mouse and zoom, go, control, double control. Let's see if it loads. It's stuck on the last sliver. Oh my god. It's really fucking up Cookie Clicker in my other tab. Oh boy.
I am here. What's going on?
Oh, cookie clicker. Yeah, that would explain it. Cookie clicker puts so many objects into a canvas element, so running 3D canvas plus cookie clicker is going to make a browser unhappy. I would suggest trying it on a Chromium browser as well, because those tend to do better at hardware acceleration.
What have I walked back into?
Talking about 3D canvas.
Oh shit, my screen just flashed. Okay, damn. Okay. Oh, that's right, that's how you move. Okay, so I'm over here now. Let's see. Cookie Clicker's back in stable and normal.
Okay, so it's probably just the initial load that fucked things up a little. Okay,
Like we're all flattened. Also flat coins right here. We have no backsides. Oh man.
Those are standees. Obviously, if you guys ever want to like use actual 3D models with the transition over, there is there is a way to upload those in for your characters.
Do they not that I could afford it, but do they have an option to do that with Hero Forge ones? Is my question.
Yes, it does actually have Hero Forge.
Neat. I have to keep my standing because I can't connect with that, but so I have it loaded in. So every once in a while when I do rotate it warbles a little bit, but otherwise it seems to be working.
Okay, yeah. The test map was specifically chosen due to the fact that it was going to put one of the biggest strains on a person's computer. So basically, if you can mostly handle that map, you'll probably be fine for most of them. Now the caves that I'm going to be building for stuff, well, it's a big map, so honestly, that could be a little iffy on some computers. I'll have to see what I can do about draw distance, and that should help.
Mm-hmm.
Because 3D Canvas does have a draw distance thing, so it is possible to make it so there's less things loaded.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the normal map.
Okay.
So take off my headphones because I've been wearing them all day. That's bad for you.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
I'm guessing Paolo and Noodle are back.
I'm back. Sorry, I'm spacing out. I'm getting tired.
This early?
Yeah.
Where's my clock off?
Super early.
I'm having a day. Sorry.
Oh, right. Okay.
I give you hugs.
We'll be ending the session a little early, so don't worry about that. It's my
Darn
act
you,
of
Foundry.
mercy to all of you.
Aren't you, Foundry? Will you just load?
But if it loads, then you'll know what's on it and be able to interact with it and play the game. Doesn't that sound unappealing, actually?
I'm gonna hit you with a shoe.
Look, I'm not old enough that I need one of those to live in. Yet. One day, baby. Alright, we're just waiting on Paolo. Just build up a sufficient amount of resentment that the game had to stop. Specifically for them, this isn't toxic at all. What I'm saying, it's intoxic. So, how about them sports team?
Play
They
that popular
sure,
sport.
yeah, they sure did a sport
Yeah.
recently.
They're good old sportsmen.
Oh, hey, Paolo's
Hi.
back.
Hi.
We were having a really invigorating conversation about sports, and then you came back and ruined it all.
Don't
Oh, I
talk to
can
me
leave
about
again if you
sports.
want
What?
me to.
My family gets too crazy over that.
Well, tell them to stop being crazy about sports ball, or admit them to a mental institution.
Oh my god.
They
Yeah,
legitimately have a trophy for their fantasy football.
What?
Yes, they got a trophy, and whoever's fantasy football team wins gets to have this weird glass trophy. It's interesting.
Very interesting. Everybody's gotta have a hobby.
Yeah, but they're not even buying miniatures. Anyway, so the next task on the list.
The suspense is killing me.
Nice. I mean, what?
Find a bar, order the chaos special, and then one member of your party must drink exactly half of it.
Riza will just say, I'm down for a little bit of a chaos special.
Shall we go back to whence we came?
Suppose so.
I'm gonna leave a lantern in the bathroom while you do that.
Uh,
What?
the uh, the snake ball just stares. Why would Friend Seeker leave one in the bathroom?
Because that's the best place for a lantern.
The bathroom is a
The
really
point is-
dangerous place to get lost in. Not unlike the Fey realms.
Need a lantern to light your way.
All I'm saying is some really bad shit happens in the bathroom.
Oh god damn it.
Hmm.
The setup was so obvious, too.
Inhale. Exhale.
Ugh.
Exhale, Irfoskia.
Ugh.
Help.
So do you go back to the bar?
Yes.
Yes.
And Riza has volunteered to drink half the chaos special.
Questions: do we all have to do it, or just one of us?
Just one.
That one.
When you go up to Bram ordering the Chaos Special, he would say, I am contractually obligated to warn you that the effects of the Chaos Special, while typically wearing off within 1 to 21 days, cannot be predicted and can be frightening, disturbing, distressing, and lead to a market. They try to think of a word and cannot think of one.
Lead to a market.
Market.
Oh.
Riza just stares at the bartender, an absolutely smug look in her eyes, and just says, "So another Tuesday, got it."
They give you a strange bubbling liquid, which doesn't entirely look like a liquid for that matter. It looks like a strange substance. It seems to not have decided on whether it's plasma, liquid, gas, or solid. And in the and in light of such, shifts between each. Also, you think you see a tentacle in there.
Nicole is not sure that is safe for consumption.
Riza will just look at Plague and say, "The Feywilds are not safe for wandering," and then attempt to drink half of it.
Oh, before Bram will explain. So the origin of this drink is actually incredibly interesting. It is said that there is an ancient chaos deity who loved to play pranks on people and would use this to test their most loyal followers. You would have to drink an entire keg. The effects would last a year. And the only way that she would accept you into her service is if you could endure whatever the drink would throw at you for the course of 1 year.
Riza will then just pull out a golden lantern from her bag and place it on the bar counter before taking her swig.
They will say as one final warning.
Okay.
Know this. The chaos deity only shows so much favoritism to her followers. They are not exempt from her pranks.
If you follow a chaos deity and think you're exempt from their pranks, then you're stupid.
Seeker comes back from leaving a lantern in the bathroom.
You have to double one in this bathroom. That's gonna be the thing. You gotta leave it in the bathroom everywhere. Every building you go to.
No, if I always leave it in the bathroom, then people are gonna get used to it. It won't be chaotic anymore. It's gotta be different places.
You gotta hide in different places in the bathroom. You silly.
Different places.
Riza's current draconic form suddenly turns entirely metallic, with lightning bolts running around the arms and legs.
Nicole will makes a hissing sound and slithers back, especially seeing that.
She'll just look down at herself and just say, "Huh, fascinating."
So, if you look at the list, the next
Mm-hmm.
item on it would say walk counterclockwise around the tavern that you drank, that you accepted the drink in, and then head into the dark alley that will appear before you.
Snakebold reads some of this and raises an eyebrow.
Can,
Reese, go on.
before we do anything else, can I read the rest of the things on the list?
No.
The
No.
things on the list seem to be appearing only after we've completed each one.
Okay.
Risa will then ask the bartender, since the instructions on our little game here said only drink exactly half, would I be able to take the rest to go for another day?
You should keep everything that's on the list. You will have to give it at the end.
Ah, fair enough then. Then get me a to-go cup for this.
They get you a metal flask.
And she'll pour it in and then stick it in her bag.
So, do all of you follow the instructions?
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, the snakebolt is just following. See what sort of chaos unfurls.
Okay. You notice that for some reason, instead of emerging into the same side of into what should be the front of the bar, you are now in a graveyard. Final
We're in the
task
graveyard?
on the final task on the list reveals itself. Combine the chaos liquid. Combine the chaos liquid, the moss. Sorry, the chaos liquid. The chaos liquid, the moss, and half a cup of grave dirt into a jar. Mix thoroughly.
Risa will then offer those ingredients to Maria and say, "You're the one into alchemy." If Noodle is able to respond still.
I'm sorry, what did you need from me?
We're on so the final instruction on the list is to mix the chaos liquid with moss and grape dirt and mix it in a jar or whatever. And so Riza looked at Maria and said, "You're the one into alchemy. You should be the one to mix these."
Maria nods, pulling out her alchemy tools. Carefully mixing the elixir. Does anything happen when she mixes it?
When you mix the elixir, suddenly the air around each of you grows cold, a chill filling the graveyard, chill of death itself surrounds you.
The my brain stopped for a moment. Sorry. The snakefold reaches for her short sword, which she still insists is a dagger, which it isn't.
A heavy fog rises around you, the temperature freezing further. What do you do?
Snake has a bad feeling about this.
Risa will look at the list to see if anything else has been added.
Nothing has been added.
Is there anything on the back?
Nope. In
Do the
fact, all
starting
of the
letters of the
items seem to disappear from the list.
they all disappear. Wow.
Well, I guess we wait and see.
I guess we could look around. They're in the graveyard, apparently.
The snakeball has a very bad feeling about this. She
I
hates
have
it.
I
Can I
have a bad
sniff?
feeling we're in a graveyard. Either this is a bunch of undead, or we're about to meet a Pharasman.
Can I sniff the air to see like what might be nearby?
You hear an incredibly ominous laughter. It is almost impossible to tell what direction it comes from. Do you have any reaction?
Risa starts laughing along.
That only unsettles the snakebold more, who definitely draws her knife.
A figure approaches you. A dark-skinned figure with two ominous horns topping their head. A hat, a witch's hat, a jacket, and some jeans. All they seem to be wearing as well. They carry a scythe. The creature approaches you, dispelling the night's chill. There you go.
Why is she naked?
What?
Why are you wearing clothes?
She's not naked. She's wearing clothes.
And I'm just but she's shirtless.
Some people hate shirts.
Anyway, sorry.
Shame on
Sorry
you.
to interrupt the epic narration. Sorry.
Shirts are barbaric. Thank you very much.
Maria is definitely checking her out, though.
She takes the drink from Maria and then gulps it all down.
Well, hello to you, too.
She swishes the liquid in her mouth, seeming to taste it, get a good marker for its flavor.
You know, grave dirt isn't my favorite flavor, but I hope I added the right amount.
She swallows it. It'll do.
Snakebolt wants to know who you are.
I would like
Please
um,
ignore me.
I would like to look for potential symbols,
Roll
whether
perception.
worn. Okay, wait a moment.
Gonna try to figure out what kind of creature they are.
And I'm looking for symbols either worn or emblazoned on their body.
What?
What?
What's that?
Nothing.
Mhm.
This stupid fucking. I'm making sure I'm pronouncing things right, and this stupid thing went to the wrong fucking speaker again.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you. Wow, that is interesting.
What are you trying to pronounce?
Give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. She'd look at all of you. First, your names, thank you.
I I go by Cash. Now, here you go. I make my business card.
The snakebolt flicks her
And-
tongue out.
Engineer machinist.
Risa will say, "You may not have my name, but you may call me Risa."
I paid attention. I know she did not say you may I have it. She just said you're.
A precaution that one takes when one deals with the Fae often.
They can shorten it to just saying your names, please.
I am called Maria.
Snakebolt is not sure about this.
Really do question why we're doing this. We already have like plenty of otherworldly beings tied to us. The one I already met.
Please
Yeah, no.
also do not steal my name, but others have called me Seeker.
I do believe that you are missing some among you.
The snakebolt is just called the snakebolt.
Do you travel alone?
Snakebolt raises her eyelid slightly. Last she checked, like the snakebolt is not alone.
To the best of our knowledge, it is just us five and any familiars among us.
Do they not have
And whatever
names?
entities watch over us.
Do they not have the what?
Do they not have names?
Ah,
Then your introductions are not finished.
You may call my little one Iris. She then allows the sloth to climb onto her neck.
Ishar pokes his head out from under Maria's dress. They call me Ishar.
Snakebolt flicks her tongue again. Watching this strange creature intensely.
Very well. But I shall warn you. I will only say my name once, and I shall expect you to take it to the grave. Is that understood?
Very well.
Maria nods, pulling out her notebook.
Ominous. All right.
It's tradition. My name is the last name many prominent creatures heard before their deaths. You may refer to me as Kleena.
How do
That's
you
spelled
spell
with
that?
S.
What? Why would I need to help you spell it? It's not that difficult. It's
I was
very
about to ask if
phonetic.
I was about to ask if it was with a K or a C.
That's how you spell it, though.
Very Irish sounding or Gaelic looking.
Oh, fair enough.
I will say, I am at least willing to lend my aid to anyone who can brew a decent psychopomps respite.
I had a feeling, although I suppose I should ask. Which way ought one travel the river?
He smiles. Ah, you are fairly well read. In fact, she pulls out 5 gold coins, though not of any kingdom you've seen. And just for that, you might find these of value.
Risa will inspect the one that she is given.
Roll religion.
What was the thing that she gave us?
Oh, finally a good roll.
Also, anyone can do that before I give the
Sure.
announcement.
More notes. Why not?
I've put the Snakebolt roll her esoteric lore because
Does occultism apply here?
I waste one of my hero's points.
I don't have shit for religion.
Oof. Oh well.
Ooh.
Snakebolt doesn't know anything about anything.
Religion? I've got that.
Does occultism apply here?
Maria doesn't know shit either.
No.
Okay, well, I'm fucked.
Okay, so the coin seems to be decorated with a unique symbol, a horizontal line crossed by two vertical ones surrounded by four dots. You know this to be a token of Damar, something that, an item that bonds itself to the soul and may be presented to the usher who presides over resurrection.
Riza will actually just grin a little bit and say, I think I like you then.
Snakeball does not understand.
I am here to announce the death of Graves, to make sure that those who have spent too long upon this plane are seen away from it. And given that one of my followers has led you to me, they see you as particularly skillful. Or at least possessing some degree of potential.
Snakeball thinks it's probably the latter, since we don't often come across as too terribly competent.
That is quite true.
Then I shall offer you a deal. Inside the kingdom of the wolves resides a businessman who is far too much the perception that money should be able to buy anything, and has thus used his to attempt at buying immortality. His works are seeking to create an item that would thwart the natural cycle. Work with me in bringing him down and bringing him to justice, and you may have what he has stored on site, a fair amount of treasure.
Snakeball rubs her chin in thought.
Who
That sounds like it'd be an interesting adventure.
who is this businessman? Business wolf? Who are they? Gets out a bit.
This Dracula, very, very audacious man who seeks immortality at any price. He would turn to undeath given the right choices. And it is only his lack of the ability to look into such magics that has kept him away from performing more profane rituals. Most profane rituals.
He hasn't even done anything yet.
He is on the precipice. But no, he has not done it. I wish for the artifact that he seeks to create, the one that would grant the immortality that he seeks. Bring it to me, and I shall allow, and I shall make sure that you are not caught for your deeds, and you are allowed to keep whatever treasures you find. Beyond that, beyond anything associated with life and death.
Snake will ponder this for the moment.
Risa will just say, given the particular thing you mentioned, the goal of money being able to buy anything, I take it this particular businessman is also fairly responsible for the, well, rather lacking state of the kingdom, if you know what I mean.
They are one of the funders, but that is certainly not the only source. The distance of this kingdom from nature has other causes, other origins, though I would be willing to assist you in finding such things.
The fact that he funds it is good enough for me.
He is not the only funder, so do keep in mind.
Certainly not, but the thing, but even if it's not solving the problem, taking action against those who have involved themselves in such a way is certainly up my alley.
Very well. Then, do we have ourselves a deal?
Has he actually done anything, however, besides just want to? Is that just has a propensity to ask for a death if given the chance? Has he actually done any crimes, to your knowledge?
As far as your kingdom is concerned, no. But he has created the mechanisms inside one of his factories in order to achieve immortality. That is a great crime. It threatens the stability of this world.
Snake Bolt thinks this world was already the unstable as it is. She does not want to see what happens if it's thrown even further into chaos.
So he's built something to give him a death. He's in the process of trying
He's
to
built
attain
something to give himself immortality. Or at least is at the very last steps of completing it.
You want us to kill him. Am I clear that that's your insinuation?
Yes, I want you to stop the entire operation. The entire building should be shut down, preferably destroyed in whatever manner you feels effective.
That sounds way more fun. Do you happen to carry any interesting tree seeds?
No, I do not. It's not my domain, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Look, I'm a big fan of Quinn.
I can imagine why. Either way, once you have carried out my task, upon delivering this artifact in whatever state it is, I shall help you enact a ritual that obscures your names from the destructive events, that no one will remember you or attach you to this event.
Snakewold said she is interested in pursuing this.
Do you know if this will this help us in our goal to save the world?
This is essential to the maintenance of the world, yes. These creatures who seek to disrupt the cycle of life and death throw the world off balance. They push the world out of that stability, out of the cycle of life and death, the one that protects us from those outside.
I am so tempted to say to use my I know a guy I hear just to say, hey, that my death paladin and Poppet is roaming the world with a similar mindset, and Plague Bolt is running to her.
We could.
You know what? I'm gonna say that. I'm going to use my I know a guy. The Plague Bolt thinks your mind. The Snake Bolt thinks your mindset reminds her of a living plushie she met. Another living plushie she met, claiming to be a bringer of balance to life and death. She had similar views and would probably go after this stranger to herself if she knew of them. She seemed a little deranged, but very set in her mission.
All right. We shall end things there.
Just to recap, so I'm completely understanding. She wants us to do this. You know, once we do this, and what's the end goal? That's killing this guy for? Like, what's her end of the deal for this?
She is allowing you to loot this place of whatever treasure, and will help you get inside.
And also, we will not be caught or charged for any of it.
As long as you
Yes,
succeed.
Yes, I know that part. But what got us on this topic of us? You know, there's this guy, and I need you to kill him because he's doing this bad thing.
Oh, we're talking to a psychopomp pusher.
Yeah, okay. And so they're just giving us a quest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because we're just here now. Okay. I got muddled up in my brain.
And of course, Riza asked one particular question